You are tuned in to the Overtime Station, the Mega Mix.
What up, what up, what up, what up? You are now tuned in to another episode of Saturday Morning Weekend Review. I'm your host, Rossi Balboa. It's a radio show where we talk about social subjects, music, live interviews, sports talk, and black history. You know what I'm saying? This week we're going on the week of January the 2nd to January the 9th. You know, I dropped a new mixtape this week. Well, actually, it's a throwback mixtape. I've been doing a new thing I got going on called Instant Classic mixtapes that I dropped back in the past. You know, if people didn't ever get to listen to them, I'm loading them up on my YouTube channel so y'all can, you know what I'm saying, have a chance to check those out. So this week I'm gonna be running some songs off of that. The mixtape is called Menace to the Mixtape that I did in 2011. Pretty dope with my homeboy Mike D at Roll to Get Rolled Over Studios. My people, shout out, much love. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna go ahead and jump it off. First off, I'm gonna hit y'all with a song. I'm gonna be right back with y'all social subject. Oh yeah.
Chill. It's your boy Lil Rossi, man. South Face shouted, nigga. Put your guns up, nigga. You know what time it is, nigga. You going in. Do it yourself records, we got the clientele. Purchase and flip it, nigga, we like to buy and sell. Money on airplanes, we like to fly the mail. Plugs in the pen, yeah, we stay in and out of jail. Thugging in public and throwing money like fuck it. We NBA ballin', you ballin' on a budget. Yo gal love it and tell you that boy fly. She ride me all night, that's what I call a joyride. You say you crazy, who you? Knock his head off the hinges. Now you got some loose screws. Take property, El Plaga. Pop at a nigga, young Orville Red and vodka. Pull out that chopper and you would think I'm Waka Flocka. It's a done deal if you ain't got the proper doctor. You signing off, I'll holler. Adios, sayonara. South Face shouted, man, you know what I'm saying? Do it yourself records, roll or get rolled in here. You feel me? Let's go. YBC Click is an army from A Station. The only army you know about is salvation. 101 bullets turn you to damnation. Roll up the kush like a Haitian or Jamaican. Counting money like I just won a damn sweepstake. Being cut your head like Brutus the Barber Beefcake. I ain't gon' lie, we don't have 10 keys. Since C-Ray moved to Paris, Tennessee. Bullets got scissors, that mean they follow your aroma. Run but you can't hide, they go around the corner. He shoot it, I'm after, then gon' say that you a goner. Shout out to Kelly, Cash Bills, Bill Boner. Shout out to Spicer and all the other bounty hunters. Like my nigga Hakeem, motherfucker Mac 90 gunner. South Face show to spit a quick 16. Just like my gun is spit a quick 16. Oh yeah. Thank you for your time. You all can return to your vehicles now. Have a good night. Thank you. Yeah.
Yo, welcome back to the Weekend Review, Saturday morning Weekend Review radio show. You know what I'm saying? We're going to jump right into these social subjects. So first off this week, I wanted to talk about Antonio Brown. Last week, I talked about him walking off the field. You know, like he quit on the team. A lot of people saying he be going crazy or whatever. And like I was saying, I wouldn't laugh at him because you never know what's going on. If you look at my show last week, I said, you don't know what be going on with these rich folks, big head rich folks that he probably working with on the sideline, coaches in general and owners and stuff. And as I said, it came out that he said that they was trying to make him play hurt. And if he didn't go in, they were saying it was over for him. So, which is why he said he acted why he did. And he said he wasn't really just proud of his actions, but at the same time, he was going off of frustration of how they had him feeling. So, like I said, man, people be acting like somebody going crazy, not knowing what's going on in the situation, you know. And that's exactly what I said last week. So, you know, man, it's just some things is out there for the obvious, man. That's why I built this radio show too, man. I be having a lot I be wanting to talk about. People think I'm crazy a lot. I be sitting there talking to some folks and sometimes I be like, man, they think I'm crazy. But I can talk to my radio show and not get them looks. And I was right about that. So, I just wanted to chime in on Antonio Brown. Then he released some tweets or something, showing how disrespectful they was about his injury and basically making it like ain't no layoffs until the playoffs. You got to get out there and play or whatever. If that was the case, that's monkey of them, and I don't blame him for doing what he did. So, well, let me know what y'all think about Antonio Brown. All right, next up, I wanted to talk about the NFL halftime show of the Super Bowl this year, Super Bowl 56. He's supposed to have Dr. Dre starring it, and he gonna have people with him like Snoop, Eminem, Kendrick Lamar, Mary J. Blige, And the thing about it is, Dr. Dre putting his own money up into this. And it's like he's supplying millions of dollars for the event. And now they talking about it's a chance he can get canceled for COVID. And he'll take a bunch of millions in loss if that happens. Me, myself, I don't think that'll happen, because if they gonna play the football game, how you gonna cancel the halftime show? It ain't no worse than playing the game, a bunch of people on the field. But yeah, it's just a topic today. And furthermore, like the halftime show, people make that bigger than the game these days, man. Nobody really care about the halftime show. It's pretty cool, but I'm gonna be real. I ain't watching no halftime show probably since Michael Jackson or Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston was just the national anthem. But if you ain't gonna do it like that, man, we ain't really gonna study, man. And them halftime shows been whack lately. I ain't gonna lie. People act like, oh, that was great, man. People don't even like football. Be watching it just for the halftime show, which I guess that's what NFL do it for. But like a lot of them people, like what's his name, Bruno Mars and stuff. People are like, he shook it. I'm like, how? Like, I wasn't even interested. But that's what people like. So, just wanted to talk about the halftime show. They talking about they might cancel it for COVID, but I don't see why if you're going to play a football game and you got people all in the crowd. So let me know what y'all think about that. Also this week, I wanted to talk about Kwame Brown and Gilbert Arenas. Man, they've been going at it on the internet, disrespecting the hell out of each other, calling each other out their name. Gilbert Arenas, I guess they were talking about a fight at the club Gilbert Arenas had, and maybe Kwame saved him. But Gilbert Arenas was saying he's supposed to do that. He was his bodyguard, being funny. And, Kwame Brown been just calling him out his name, bitch words. And, he's saying he doing that because that's what he is. And the big thing about it is, I mean, they had some little arguments beforehand, because Kwame said he been telling him to keep his name out of his mouth in his interviews, even if people ask about him. That's his thing, though. Why people gotta ask about me if I'm a bust and you supposed to be a star, but they asking you about me? So I feel Kwame on that. You don't want, even though they say Gilbert Arenas defended him, and Kwame, like, it's deeper than that, because this man, he said Gilbert Arenas made him lose money in the NBA, and he said he was hating on him with the girls, talking about you like Kwame Brown, like he a bust and this and that, telling that to the girls. So the thing about this is Gilbert Arenas went on Vlad TV, and Vlad asked him about Kwame Brown, which I'm pretty sure Vlad knows the issue with that. That's why I don't rock with Vlad, man. Like, okay, this is my thing. Gilbert Arenas and Kwame Brown arguing, and Vlad ain't said nothing like he usually do. He got two black men arguing over something on his show, like he always do. You know what I'm saying? And he ain't sat back and said nothing about it. He just gonna let them argue it out like his mission accomplished. He got them going, And my thing about black folks is, that's what y'all like to see. It be people like, oh, they bullshit this and that. But that's what y'all like to see, because they get the most views. What made me think about that is like Nashville, for instance. All right, to me, Nashville's biggest video in hip hop is Young Buck and All Star fighting. Like that's Nashville's biggest hip hop video to me. Young Buck and All Star fighting. Like that's what y'all want to see. That's the biggest video in Nashville. All these rappers doing rap videos, but what y'all like is Young Buck and All Star fighting in the school at that. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the biggest thing to me in Nashville, because that's what y'all like to see, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't want to really see nobody doing good, bro. Y'all rather see people arguing and fighting or either killing people, bro. Y'all rather look at King Von death or Young Dolph arm hanging out the window than really support people, man. So my thing is, watching Gilbert Arenas and Kwame Brown argue is stupid, bro. Y'all just, man, if it's for the views, man, I don't get it, bro. You can, man, it's crazy out here, bro. Y'all rather see this negative stuff than people shine. So, man, I just wanted to chime in on that because I wanted to tell y'all that. So, what y'all think about Gilbert Arenas and Kwame Brown arguing on YouTube? You know what I'm saying? To me, it makes no sense, but hey, that's what y'all want to look at.
Trucks up, show them busters bust up. Somebody done blocked up. My gun got a body on it. My gun got a body on it. See him and spray him, give him a wet street, make him retreat, and then we coming back next week. My gun got a body on it. My gun got a body on it. Oh yeah. I'm walking through the hood. I got 3 guns on me. If niggas see me coming, niggas run for them. I'm Southface Shorty, call me Frederico. I'm hometown hero, 100 round Rico. 5 shots into the boring squad. I'm tired of playing, I'm going hard. We'll have a meeting and leave some bodies leaking. I'm jacking off the pump, nigga, the pump ski. We loading up, bang in the trunk, cigarette smoke, and we smoking blunts. Violently a menace to society, hanging out the window, aiming things like we looking for cane. Tommy guns, real hitchmen, machine guns, real hitmen. When it's in your hands, it make you go crazy. Better hide your babies and your old lady. Roll up the clips and pile the trucks up. Show them busters bust up. Somebody done blocked up. My gun got a body on it. My gun got a body on it. See him and spray him, give him a wet street, make him retreat, and then we coming back next week. My gun got a body on it. My gun got a body on it. What else? Bitch, my name
Right now, I got on the line my man Rayball, Do-It-Yourself Records. How you doing, my man?
I'm doing good. About yourself, bro?
Oh, man, trying to maintain stay above water, man. Yeah, man, we're here at Overtime Studios. We do a little radio show, man, and we like to do some interviews on here, so I'm glad to have you on the show. I really appreciate you, dog.
Man, I'm glad to be here, man. I am so glad to be here.
Man.
What's going on with you, Ross?
Man, say just same thing, just different day, dog. You know how we do it.
Yes, sir.
But I'm gonna jump right off into it. First off, man, I want to know, like, who kind of like influenced you to start rapping?
Man, being honest, man, I'm being honest, man. I've been doing this rap thing for a minute, man. As a little one, just wasn't really never into it, but. Man, what's it, back in the days, man, you probably don't even remember, Ross, but, guys, they was called, man, I can't even think of it with my people, Tony Knight, I think Melvin Dockery was in it, called a Melly Bone. Man, it was, I forget the name of it, man, but they was doing their thing back then. It was a bunch of little cats, man. They were like in 7th or 8th grade. I used to hear them. When I heard them rap or whatnot, I was like, man, I feel like I can do it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, kind of like got myself into it by just hanging around them. Well, not necessarily hanging around Tony Knight, really. He done his thing, and I was over their house all the time just listening. So, you know that, what's that song, Quiet Storm? Man, wrote my first rap to it, bro.
Yeah, the Quiet Storm. Was that 92Q?
Yeah, on that 92Q, wrote my first rap to it, and that's got me into it. But just being honest, man, like, I really looked up the Mystical, man, and even though we was probably around about the same age, but that's kind of what really just, like, drawn me to it, because I loved his energy. He seemed like he was a genuine guy at that time, and, you know, I felt his energy, and he was what came to me far as, because I used to listen to Up North rap, because that's really all we had back then. But kind of listened to him, man, and he kind of brought that energy that I thought that I could bring to the table at the same time. So I would say Mystical.
Okay. Yeah, going back to the Millet thing, if you talking about pre-ODC, I know the group you talking about, I just can't think of the name myself. If you talking about pre-ODC.
It was called Six Something, man.
Yeah, I remember them talking about it, I just can't think of the name myself, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
I can't think of it. I wish I knew what
Six
it was.
pack? Nah, was it six pack? It's something.
Six pack.
Yeah.
Six pack.
Yeah,
That's
I remember. Yeah, I remember six pack.
Six
Yeah.
pack.
Hell yeah. Yeah, it got a lot of us going. I ain't bullshitting.
Six pack. That was exactly what it was.
Hell yeah.
That's what really got me started, man.
Right. Yeah, I go a little back now. I go far. I can go a little back too now.
Hey, it made me feel like I hey man, I can get in there too now.
Yeah, right. For you to say that, yeah, for sure. I know you know. Yeah. Yeah. So, what was like, I want to say, like, what's the difference you think in today's rap than back in the day?
Man, today's rap, and back in the day, today's rap was, I think we told a lot of stories back then.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you had your Scarface, you know what I mean? You had your, Ghetto Boys, you know what I mean? They told stories. They made you visualize what was going on and pretty much seeing your life, you know, going down into the story of what they was telling.
Right.
Rap these days, you know, I mean, don't get it twisted. You know, a lot of people love Biggie. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But Biggie was flashy to me. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't really listen to Biggie that much because I was a Tupac fan. But the stuff that I heard on the radio about Biggie, I didn't have all that. I didn't have the Nintendo and, you know, being able to have wear the Versace's and all of that. You know what I mean? So that right there didn't really get to me like that. So, but even though he was still telling his stories, but these guys today, man, they got their own little twine to it. I can't knock it or whatnot. I mean, I'm not really into all of it. I can't really knock it, but they you know what I'm saying? But there's some hard ones out there, though.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying, though. Yep.
Yeah, there's some hard ones out there. It's just me personally, I can't really say that it's bad or it's good. It's just more so now, I just think that we had a little more substance back then than we do now.
Right. My opinion, like you said, is more of a pattern and like you get a catchy beat and a rap pattern. See, back in the day, everybody had their own style, to my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you.
You know, now it's just you get a catchy beat and you get a cadence or a rap cadence and you think you're good. You know, not to knock nobody, but that's you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, they doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? And I will say this, the difference between today and back then, they getting money.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
They get money, dog. They independent. They demanding more. They demanding more money for their deals.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They able to get out and reach other folks. Far as they can help other people. The rappers today can help other people. Rappers back then, they was dependent on their labels.
Yep, true.
You know what I'm saying? So if I could change anything far as me being a rapper of today and a rapper back then, I take today, because I'll be able to help a little more. Back then, it was more so based on what word I'm looking for. It was more so back then. It was based on pretty much I'm gonna say respect and just having that name of giving people the right word. You know what I mean?
Right.
As of today.
Credibility, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, if you had your credibility, your name, your name rang bells, then you for sure. But nowadays, it's kind of like, shit, who you working with? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I can't knock them though. I can't knock these cats out here because they get it in. They got some nice beats though.
Right. With that being said, like, I wanted to ask you, do you think like the rap culture in Nashville is being taken serious? Like,
well, on that behalf, the rap culture in Nashville, I think it's being taken serious. I just don't think that the rappers in Nashville are working hard like how we used to work hard. And and by me saying it is that me personally, I think a lot of rappers in Nashville, they think just because they do a song, they go through the motions or whatnot. I just think they forget about the actual hard work that's supposed to come behind it.
right.
And the work that comes behind it is, I think we forgot about the old school way of pushing our music. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And the old school way of pushing our music, like, people think flyers is outdated, but shit, motherfuckers still got billboards.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't see what you putting on social media.
Right.
I think rappers today think that they can put music on social media and then expect for somebody just to hear them.
Right.
Everybody ain't listening to you.
Right.
But if you do it the old school way, you travel, you do shows, you do your marketing. Social media is great.
Yeah.
Social media is like one of the best marketing tools out here. But you still need to get people to know it. You can't have people in Miami listening to your stuff when you only promoting on Facebook and Instagram.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even if you're on Spotify, your stuff may not pop up right then and there. But if you got a billboard in Miami, you got a billboard, or you got flyers going on, you done did a couple of shows in these little small counties or whatnot, you can kind of promote yourself a little better.
Yeah, that's true.
I just think that people in Nashville just want something to fall in their hand just because they went to the studio or they don't went and bought some equipment or whatnot, and they feel like, yeah, I'm here now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's true.
Definitely. So with that being said, do I think that Nashville is kind of being looked down on? No, because I know major people.
Mm-hmm.
There's done did hits with Dre. Drake, not Dre, but Drake.
Yeah.
Done did hits with Rick Ross. I mean, these producers that I know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they got out there and they traveled and they promoted themselves and they went through the struggle.
Right.
I just don't think a lot of Nashville cats really want to go through the struggle. You know what I'm saying? We even got what's your boy name? The white boy. What's the white boy? We dealt with him back in the days. Jazz used to have him.
Jelly Roll.
Jelly Roll.
Yeah.
I mean, he kept going with the struggle. He kept going with the hustle. You know what I'm saying? And he done it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He got a name for himself. Shit, we ain't even know Yellow Wolf was from here.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
He a rapper. So what I'm saying is, Nashville ain't looked down on. We just ain't hustling right.
I feel that. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah. Let me see. I wanted to chime in on, like, for people that don't know, Rayball, you was kind of like the man and fresh to do it yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you heard a do it yourself album, 9 times out of 10, Rayball did mainly every track on that motherfucker. I wanted to kind of know, like, how did you and E.T. come together to form Do It Yourself Records?
I appreciate the man and fresh, bro. I'm just tell you that I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But But what I'm gonna say is though, I'm gonna respond to the ET how we started it, but I got to go back to the Manny Fresh. Nah, cause I appreciate that.
That's what's up. You know, I grew up on listening to Do It Yourself, so I know when I hear a Rayball track, I know a Rayball track. You feel me?
All right. Well, what I'm gonna say is, man, when it came to making them beats, dog, I consider myself a one-man beast by the pound.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just being honest. And I'm going to throw that up. I mean, at Manny Fresh, I'm going to throw that up to my boy D Smooth, God rest his soul.
Right, rest in peace.
That's who reminded me of Manny.
Right.
I was his mentor. I mean, I wasn't his mentor. He was my mentor. You know what I'm saying? D Smooth, of course, he did his thing. You know what I'm saying? And he the one, you know, brought me into this producing thing, and I'll get that Manny Fresh up to him.
Okay.
But beats by the pound, man. The reason why I say that, cause we had a lot of people, boy, that I was making tracks for, boy.
Right. Sure did.
Yeah, a lot of people. Nigga, I stayed busy.
Yeah.
Man, how we got Do It Yourself started, man. AT was already doing something, man. He was already in the music, and I really didn't know that. And going back to D Smooth, we tried to start our own little thing or whatnot, and you know, me and ET, you know, childhood friends growing up. You know, we run across each other paths or whatnot, and we talk about music. And man, I can't really remember exactly how it happened, but I know we had a conversation about, you know, trying to get something started, and you know, he's gonna be the financial guy, and I'm gonna be the beat maker, and we gonna put this together and form a record label. And man, it was crazy because I used to sit at home trying to figure out what the name was gonna be, and I used to always ask ET, man, what you want the name of it to be, Tilson?
Yeah.
Man, I don't know, man. You come up with it, dog. You come up. I'm like, man, dog, I don't want to come up with it.
Yeah.
So I sat home. I ain't no artist, but I drew some shit, and I drew a man sitting in the chair pointing. I don't know if I got it right or whatever. Didn't understand what it was about. But being honest, we came together to form Do It Yourself Records, and the name came from me sitting at home, man, watching a home improvement network. It was called DIY. And you know what I'm saying? So when I seen that, I spelled die, but I said if I put an S on it, it's gonna say dice.
Right.
And I was like, it's gonna be Do It Yourself Records.
Yeah. And we
came up with that name like that, and we just kind of pretty much just put it together like, yeah, man, it's childhood friends, man. And you know, he may got a different story because, you know, we both got different stories, but at the same time, the main thing came together, man, is we really kind of like just realized that both of us was doing something with music.
Right. It's dope, dog, because it's still standing to this day. You know what I'm saying? We all rep Do It Yourself super hard, so that's what's up.
And guess what we all out here doing?
Right. Another thing I wanted to chime in on was shout out to my dog, Wee Dog. You feel me? And I want to know, like, you being from South 8 and him being from the bottom, people don't know that's Stratford right there, you know, and they used to go down in Stratford between South 8 and the bottom. So I wanted to know, like, how did y'all get together to form the group 615?
Well, we thorough ass niggas, man.
Right.
It is what it is, man. You cannot separate real cats, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what part of town you from. I don't care what side you represent. I don't care what set you claim. I don't care what gang you in. You know what I'm saying? Real thorough ass niggas gonna always connect with each other. So, man, we can go to any side, man. We Dog, he can go anywhere he want to go. Rayball, he can go anywhere he want to go. And shit, you know what I'm saying? We don't have no enemies. We ain't trying to build no enemies. You know what I'm saying? We just thorough niggas. So for us to be able to put South 8 and the Bottom together when South 8 and the Bottom was beefing, man, it was almost like, two niggas uniting trying to make this shit come together and show the world that, that, man, we all black, dog, and we all people, man, and we can stand as one. We ain't got to always fight against each other.
Exactly. I seen some pictures of y'all back in the day too, man. Y'all used to fuck with my big cousins, man. I don't know if it was Jim Reed or Rico, but they both looked alike when they was young. But I seen him on one of y'all, but then on one of y'all people, I was like, it's cuz. I know it's cuz my big cousin. So it's all love, man. I used to love seeing them throwback pictures.
You talking about Tony Knight and them people, right?
Rico, Jim Reed, Streisand, you know what I'm talking about?
You talking about Reed and Streisand?
Yeah, Rico. Yeah, them my cousins. I seen the picture. Yeah, I seen the picture of y'all when y'all was in high school. I think it was Rico, but it looked like Jim Reed, but it's a throwback picture.
It probably been Rico.
Yeah.
Me and Rico used to run tough, dog.
Yeah, I think it was Rico, but he looked like Reed. Them niggas look just alike.
When he had the white, was it the white Regal or was it the Cutlass?
I can't think that far back. Yeah, 'cause I was a young nigga back then. Y'all a little older than me. Yeah,
we ran tough, dog.
Yeah, for sure.
I had the Cadillac.
Right. Hey, yeah, but let me see. I wanted to chime in on I know your daughter sing and your son rap, right?
Correct.
All right, so I want to know, do you think your music history kind of influenced them to do their thing, or you think they just doing their own thing?
Well, man, any time you got parents doing music and your kids end up doing music, I would always say that your parents had something to do with it, because before you came, because I wasn't in the studio as much as when you came to the studio, because I kind of shied away from it a little bit. But
right,
before you really was in the studio with us all the time, and you probably still remember because you was there.
Yeah.
Man, I always had my kids with me. E.T. had his kids with him. I had my kids with me. You know what I'm saying? My nephew, he done jumped on the song. He was 10 years old when he first jumped on his first track. He didn't rub him the right way, but my kids, man, kind of took on to it, whatever. And man, they actually dope what they do too. Jayla, she go by Jala, which is Jhala Beauty, and man, she's doing her own thing or whatnot. And my son, he go by Peso G, and man, he's been doing his own thing. He's out here shooting videos. He's doing all kind of stuff with their camera right now. And both of them, they write their own music. They like doing picking their own, tracks out. So I kind of believe that I ain't gonna say kind of believe. I know that I had a major influence on what they was doing. I kept them in the studio.
So how can we find your son and your daughter's music?
Like I said, man, Jala, Jayla really, but Jala that's how she pronounce it. That's how she spell it, Jhala Beauty. Okay. And she on Spotify and she's on YouTube. And then also you got my son. His name is Peso G. You can find him on Spotify, and you can find him on YouTube.
Okay, it's cool, man. Yeah, I hadn't checked out your son yet. I'm gonna make sure I had to check him out. And your daughter, I remember hearing her a while back. She can really sing, man. We might have to collab on some stuff here in the near future, man.
Man, that's what it do, bro. Huh?
Hell yeah. But furthermore, man, I want to thank you for your time, Rayball, man. You was a hell of an influence for me growing up. Like I said, sometimes I mingle. Well, here recently, and I have before, mingle with making my own tracks and stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's just because of the beauty of the music for me. Like, that's my passion of just creating. I love creating. Like, starting with nothing and coming with something. And that's how I looked at you and E.T. and them, and it's all in the name, Do-It-Yourself Records. You know what I'm saying? And that was a big part of me wanting to get with Do-It-Yourself Records. Like back then, I had my own crew, YBC, you know what I'm saying? and you had to be somebody for me to branch off. And y'all, they let me, they're telling y'all was somebody, cause y'all, I branched off to y'all. You feel me?
Man, I appreciate that, brother, man. Hey, I appreciate your interview, man. And also, man, if you want to check out Rayball, it's RAYBALL. Check me out on YouTube. We got some videos on there or whatnot. And man, we need to get into that barber, man. You know, man, we got to talk about that barbering thing, man.
Right, right. So
I can educate you, man, on becoming a, master barber. You know what I'm saying? Putting money in your pocket. You probably may not be that rapper or whatnot, but you know what I'm saying? Mastering barber, man. Put a lot of people on that do-it-yourself records in the spotlight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
I was cutting hair during that time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah. So that right there, that's that extra money to put behind it to help everybody else and yourself follow your dreams if that's what you want to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, man, the time, and we running short on time, but like I said, I was just telling you, I wanted to do a lunch and interview on my season 2 with a whole do-it-yourself round table. You know what I'm saying? Well, so like we're going to save a little bit for that, but I definitely want to hear about what it takes to be a good barber. And, cause a lot of people just think they can just get them some clippers and they be out here having nigga cricket, you know what I'm saying? niggas walking sideways trying to.
Whenever you're ready, dog, man, we can get a whole nother setup. We can set up at the barber shop. We can set up wherever, put them cameras up, put them lights up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? However you want to do it. If you need any, anything, ask me, you know what I mean?
Right.
ET got you, whatever, man, let us know, bro.
For sure, man. It's nothing but love on my end, man. That's why I said I usually don't go this long, but today the platform was yours. You like a big brother, dog. You know what I'm saying? You held it down for me in my video shoot with Low C. You know what I'm saying? You right there on the porch with me. We held that thing down and made that possible. You know what I'm saying?
And, that was the nephew who was shooting the video.
Right. Yeah.
Hey, that's how we doing it, dog. Man, we trying our best out here, man. Rossi, by boy, man, salute, bro. Keep doing what you doing, man. Don't stop. Man, don't let no motherfucker tell you that you can't never get to where you want to be, man. And advance your hustle more than what it already is.
Man, I sure appreciate that, dog. Sometimes that's all it takes is for somebody just to give you a little motivation. So I definitely appreciate it, my man.
Man, no doubt, dog. Man, fuck with these haters talking about. You know me.
Man, hell yeah. Nigga been having to do the tune them out for years, you feel me?
Yeah, but we ain't got no haters no more, man. They just spectators now. We doing our thing.
Man, what you said, I slick start. I done started to love them. Shit, if you ain't got them, shit, you doing something wrong.
Man, if I ain't got no hater, Ross, I ain't doing something right.
Exactly, dog. I done grew to love them niggas. You know what I'm saying? So, man, that's for sure, man. Love Rayball, man. I appreciate you once again. I'm gonna have to, I try to give people their flowers on my show to let you know, man, with your work in the Ville was definitely appreciated, at least from my end, dog.
Man, I so appreciate that, dog.
All right, we're gonna hit y'all off with another song, then I'll be back with y'all. Oh, yeah.
Life so baby.
After she hit the pole, we hit the liquor store. Hop in the SS with the starter kit. I'm on a jig, I feel like Clark Kent. ready for action. When I take off these glasses, what's in your ass,
It's the
bitch?
university.
Slow as molasses. I dope dicker, fuck her to death. I'm feeling you,
Like some
I'm feeling
baby.
myself. So get it with it. I don't do dumb hoes. She walking in, she need a drum roll. She make me think, I need another drink. She passing out, I'm finna faint. I go all night, I'm going long. I rabbit punch it, I'm going strong. She say you when I say who the man. She super bad, I'm Superman.
You know what we be by. Money make 'em come out. Everything on the high. He got me feeling super. Okay, swag talking. You hear the haters talking, but they ain't saying nothing. She got me feeling Superman. Superman. And we ain't tripping all night. We sipping on something, and my homeboy said he got a bad chick. Call me tonight.
She all I need.
Now we're gonna get into our Black History segment. You know, this is a segment where I give you a little bit of Black history and only talk about a little bit of these people because I want you to read up for yourself on them. But today we're gonna talk about a man named Benjamin Banneker. Benjamin Banneker was born 1731 to free slaves on a farm in Baltimore, Maryland. Growing up, he was obsessed with math and science and taught himself astronomy, mathematics, and engineering. And he studied the natural world as an adult and used astronomy to predict lunar and solar events. Like in 1789, he predicted the solar eclipse. And he used mathematics skills for his land use planning. And man, he did a whole lot of stuff. Like he actually like planned. He was appointed an assistant on planning the layout of the nation's capital, and he helped his family with agricultural methods on his family's tobacco farm, and he published almanacs. You know what I'm saying? You know, one of his best things was with like pieces of wood he carved out. He built the like inner things that goes in a clock, and he built a striking clock that chimed every hour. And it wasn't the first built, but the first built in America, and that drew fascinated visitors from all over the country. And you know, that clock chimed on every hour until he died. And what I hate about this story is why they say it chimed until he died, was because he died in 1806 at the age of 75. And on the day of his death, a lot of his majority work was destroyed because on that day of his death, his house mysteriously burned down. Mysteriously. You know what I'm saying? I hate to seem like I'm always getting on white folks, but in this Black History segment, there's nobody that we go against more than that race with this racism. So I hate to say it, but you know there was white folks that burned his house down, and I wouldn't doubt that they didn't get all of his work out before they burnt that house down, and probably take credit for most of the stuff that he's created and came up with, man. So on my radio show, man, I'm going to show some love to Benjamin Banneker for all your work and everything you done as a black man for this country. Man, so if you get the chance, just read up on Benjamin Banneker because he done so much other stuff. I'm just giving you a little bit, man. So shout out to Benjamin Banneker. All right, man, we're going to jump off into these sports. I'm going to skip basketball this week because, you know, it's still about the same in basketball. We still early in that, but we have finally reached the playoffs in the NFL. You got the first week slate of games. First off, shout out to Green Bay because they won the conference. This year just won the first team. The top team just get a bye this year. That's cool because Green Bay got the bye in the NFC. In the AFC, my Tennessee Titans got the first bye. You know what I'm saying? First, what am I trying to say? We got the top seed in the AFC, Titans and Green Bay. You know what I'm saying? But the playoffs this week, we got Pittsburgh going at the Chiefs. We got the Raiders playing the Bengals. We got the Patriots going against the Bills. And then in the NFC, we got the Eagles going against the Bucks. Rams going against the Cardinals. Dallas against the 49ers. I just thought about it. I'm going to go and make me some picks. So I'm going to pick the Chiefs. I'm going to pick and I'm going to go on the limb and pick the Bengals. I'm going to pick the Bills. Picking the Bucks. Picking the Rams. And I'm picking the 49ers. Those my picks, man. We'll come back next week and see how I did on my picks. You know what I'm saying? But I'm looking forward to this weekend, seeing the playoffs. Been waiting on it, man. Man, I hope my Titans do good next week. We getting rest up. We need rest for Big Henry to come back, man. Hope my Titans come back and shine, man. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to all the teams that made the playoffs. Hope everybody do good. So yeah, man, shout out to y'all if y'all been still chimed in with me, man. Appreciate y'all. We're gonna have a whole new episode coming next week. Hope y'all tune in. Just come back, fuck with your boy again next week, man. Oh yeah.